Seriously unserious with T Meek, D Board, D Jones, standing on whatever we feet on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, there's topics to speak on. Seriously unserious with T Meek, D Board, D Jones, standing on whatever we feet on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, there's topics to speak on.
If y'all go watch the YouTube, Terran got the airy pants on today.
The who?
The airy pants.
These are actually women's pleated pants I got from Amazon. My mom hit me up. She was like, "Why did you order double XL women's pants?" She probably thought I got a BBW at home that I ordered these for. I was like, "Nah, they for me." I said, the men's wear it's too restrictive, bro. It's too boxy sometimes, and a nigga want to show his curves. And then I put them on, and I realized I ain't got no hips. So, I got ass, right. But I ain't got hips, so then the curves don't really work.
How the fuck you got hips with no ass?
Yes. So I was like, all right, well, I see why they do the boxy fits for men, because we don't have curves.
Well, Terran, welcome back. You'll be gone again, I guess, when this is airing.
Yep, I'll be in D.C., I think. Yeah, next week. Y'all don't care, so it don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be gone, but... You've been on the move recently. How's it been?
It's actually fun. It's actually been pretty good. I learned too, like, hold on, let me angle my shit so I'm talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get close, man. But it was not bad, bro. Not having to work while I'm actually away is so much better than what I was doing last year when I was like, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna work too. So then I was just sitting in the hotel and everybody's like, oh, we going out, we going to do this. I'm like, I got work till 10 p.m. boys. I'm still here. So it's fun. It makes me realize too, just the clubs here are garbage.
I was Louisville.
Yes, I was in San Jose, and maybe it's because we have a lack of
diversity.
Good local artists.
Wow.
And what I mean by it is like not bad as in they stink.
Right.
Definitely some niggas I've heard stink. But none on this pod. I want to make sure I say that. Nobody on this. Everybody that's been on this podcast, Warby, is Lou Boy certified.
Yeah.
That means they going platinum one day.
We don't bring on trash.
Or
at least not that we think is trash.
Right. Music's subjective or art,
yeah,
whatever.
Absolutely.
But since it's California, they have all their like Bay Area art. Like Larry June's from there and stuff. So they playing all these artists just local. I'm like, damn, that's a slapper. Damn. I mean, like. Forward, yeah, and they're playing E40 and shit. I'm like, or I think it's Third World or whatever. I don't even know. And then niggas in there like that. I'm like, oh shit. And they're all. We went to a poly bar too, so like Polynesian, which is our niggas that I realized. And before I get too deep, they really are. They black, just with teriyaki, with some pineapple. Because this girl Sativa, she was the one painting my nails for the thing, and we had set up a schedule, boom, boom, boom. So she came through. She's like, my fault, I'm on island time, because she came in like late, which was we weren't doing nothing that day, so it didn't matter. So I was just chilling in the hotel room, and she's like, my bad, I was on island time. I was like, is that the same as like CP time for y'all? She's like, yeah, pretty much. I was like, damn.
That's
fire. Really black, man. Because she showed up about 45 minutes late. So I was like, sheesh.
I get it.
And then I asked my homie, I was like, because he's Tongan. I was like, y'all, we don't ever have beef with Polynesians. Like, low key, I seen them black. And I was like, and one of the biggest reasons, because y'all say nigga a lot. And he was laughing. And he's like, damn, we do say nigga a lot. Like, re-emphasize what we said. And he's like, and I was like, why do you think that is? He's like, to be honest, bro, he's like, when we moved from the country, they were poor. So it's like, they didn't have nowhere to go. So when they moved to where all the poor people live. So they just moved next to black people and Mexicans and stuff like over on the West Coast. He was like, bro, all I grew around was black and Mexicans. I was like, oh, that makes sense. That's why they get a nigga pass. Yeah. I don't even know if it's a nigga pass, bro. I'll be looking at them like they black.
Yeah. I forget if we had it when you were here or it was just Devon and I, but I was like, The Rock and all them shits, like, are you black?
Yeah, I don't know if he's never said nigga though. He's never said. I've never heard him say the N-word once.
That's true. But I feel like if he said it, I wouldn't be like,
I don't know. It might come out weird. You know?
yeah,
like
he definitely looks like he doesn't know how to say it.
Yeah, when some
The
people
Rock,
aren't
at
trained.
least, of the Rock of today. I think Rock back in the 90s, if he'd have said it, it'd have came out regular. For sure.
When his daddy was still around.
Yeah. But he's a little more Hollywood now. But let's go ahead and get in. We're going to change up the length of the pods and just test some stuff out. Try to see if we can trim a little fat. Let's see if you guys like it. But Terran, why don't you get into this first one for us?
So I was watching TikToks of where everything starts, and these dudes were reading off something, and some chick or somebody was like, "Yeah, every time before we have sex, we like to pray." I was like, "What are you praying about?"
Like they pray together?
I think she prays by herself. I didn't really watch all of it just because
Right.
then they started riffing on the prayer.
Okay.
So I used to be like, what would my prayer like? What, I'm like, dear God, please let this wood strike down
strong. Don't bust early.
But what would my prayer be? I feel like my prayer would change depending on the situation. First time, and it's like a bad one. Like, dear God,
Oh,
please,
yeah, I mean, just
please let me go
Don't
straight and
fold.
true.
Yeah, like don't get excited quick.
Or or maybe if I'm going up, like, let me what's the one? You don't drink from this water, you shall not be thirsty, or whatever. It's like, please, Lord, let me drink from this water. This water works that will come down, bring the current.
Quench my thirst, please.
Why,
Yeah.
like praying to, I don't know, that's kind of wild. So I was wondering, do you have like an actual? Have you ever like game planned before?
I don't think I've ever done like a long game plan, but I definitely have like either had to not hype myself up, but like get myself in the right mental state. Like it's a Super Bowl. Like I'm not trying to get overwhelmed by the bright lights.
Yeah, you don't want to go out first drive, go out hard. Then.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm not trying to. I mean, it's self-explanatory. You're not trying to go out there and just be like.
Are you hitting the push-ups before like George Lopez at the bathroom? I've never done that.
Nah, I ain't done that before.
I don't even see the point.
No, I don't get that one. But I do like. I definitely am like, almost not even enjoying it at first.
Oh, you thinking like that?
Like I like. At first, I'm like just talking to myself. At the beginning, I'm like, all right, just you got a good pace going right now. Just don't be doing nothing crazy. Like don't try to pull out the bag right now because you might get a little too hyped up, and then this whole bag is over now. Then you're gonna start looking like Jaylen Brown. All right, now I gotta go left. I can't do that.
Yeah, because if you show out the tricks too early and then you 8 minutes in.
Yeah, then it's over.
I ain't got nothing else, man. We gotta go back to regular. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's the thing, but they don't understand the prep. Like, man, women don't have no pressure to perform because they don't know that. I mean, they should be kind of trash sometimes. Like, people have definitely faked it before.
Yeah, for sure.
But they don't understand the pressure because it's like if we fuck up, it's over.
It's done. Yeah,
We're not getting another shot.
Yeah,
you gotta have a real good personality.
Yeah.
If they fuck up, he's just gonna be like, well, I got the hit, so I might as well try to hit again, and we could just go from there.
It's always like a possible fallback. So, no, I don't. There's no prayer, but there's definitely like a get myself in the right mental state.
What would a girl's prayer be? Like, what would a woman pray about? Like, please make sure he don't have ED, or I don't even know.
I think they would just hope that it's good. Like, there's no like you said, there's no pressure.
That's also. Now we get to it. They need to own their nut. Own it. There's too many. He can't have. And here's the thing. You're gonna hear, Terran gonna give out some poor dick, some poor grades. So that's why he's saying they need to own it. No, it makes it more enjoyable because when you sit there, you trying to be a pillow princess, not doing nothing, not getting activated, not getting excited. It's like
that gets me out of it now.
Yeah, because I'm doing all the work.
Yeah,
and that pumping's hard.
Yeah, then it turns into a workout, and now I'm not having fun.
Hold my arms up. Like,
yeah,
God damn. For doing a push up.
Yeah,
but they don't own it. So because man, don't get me wrong, porn's not real life.
Correct.
But at least in porn, you'll see it. she's rubbing her clit, like she's doing something, like she's at least engaging herself and us. There are points where you hitting it and you're like, I don't really feel anything for real.
Yeah.
Let me kind of change her position. You don't say nothing, but you like, let me try to change the position just so I can get a little more of that friction. Because I'm trying to get mine.
Yeah, for sure.
So when you sit there and you're like, oh, he ain't. I'm like, bro, switch the position up.
Take command. Do
something. You should know your body better than him.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
do a little remix. Don't think that it has to fall all on him.
Yes, absolutely. I think a lot of girls like to, like you said, just kind of go along.
Just
it's
receive.
It's like, all right, what we doing next? What you gonna do?
And that's why when they're like, they always say that, I don't even know the percent, when they're like, I hear it all the time, the first like 4 guys I had sex with for like this many years, I never climaxed.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what it was. I was like,
what you doing?
Bro, you can't trust this 17-year-old when y'all both 17 to get the job done. He's just excited he's there in the same
jackrabbit's
room.
coming out, and you got about 2 minutes to figure out what you got to do.
So that's why I like that there's a toy revolution. It's less stigmatized. Now they be pulling out they be pulling that big ass shit, that like big ass one. Oh my god,
the clown balloon.
Yeah, shit's huge. I'm like, how much is that motherfucker?
No, there's definitely. What is the rose?
It's a little suction
Is
thing.
it like a tongue?
It's like a tongue, but it suck.
I've seen the wand too.
The wand's diesel.
That's got like the.
They got the big ass the boom mic on the end. Fuck it, you ain't gonna miss. You're not missing the clip with that. There's no way. It takes up half her body. I be seeing them like
no fly zone. That's all coverage.
Yeah, like fuck it. I'll take it.
Oh shit.
Would you though? Would you feel if every situation you had to use a toy? Would you be like, okay,
Yeah.
are you saying my dick's trash?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I need a couple. I need to at least know I can get you there without it.
Yeah,
and then we can start getting.
I don't
the accessories.
mind, like, if we bring in some other shit, sure. But when it's like, we gotta make sure we charge that tonight. Like,
Right.
Okay, time out. What do you mean? Like, we need it? Like
you taking the chicken out of the freezer, put it out to thaw out. Like what?
Because then it becomes now I'm the toy.
Yeah, you're just there.
Yeah, now it's like I'm helping this toy out.
What toys do we get? What toy can I pull out
For during sex?
for a dude? I ain't got no, because everything is like, oh, put it in your butt, put it in your butt. I don't want to put it in my butt. So it's like, maybe like a little vibrator on the gooch. But then I feel like she might get too excited and be like, oh, we might
go down to Browntown. Yeah, no. Then it's over. Nah, I'm taking the batteries out. We done now.
If I pull a fleshlight, would she feel some way if I you just pull a fleshlight?
She just hit the balls.
She's like, hold on, yeah. You just go down there. I got this. I just need to feel this silicone for a little bit.
No. We can't be doing that.
Okay, well,
let's move on.
We're gonna go off that.
Let's move on.
Because we're gonna go off because the reason why I have this fit on is because I'm liking what the Barbie movie did. Everybody was dressed up. It felt like pre-Aurora, Colorado, when niggas was gonna see Batman before the nigga shot it up. Everybody's dressed up. That's what it felt like, and that's what I liked. I enjoyed it. Everybody was wearing pink. It was a lot of women there. All the dudes in there was only there with they girl.
Right.
But it was a good movie. I recommend it. But it's all right. Are you gonna go see it?
Probably. We will. She wants to see it, and that was one. It was like
that's like what is that's they said that was white women's Wakanda, Black Panther, because they was dressed up, bro. Everybody was dressed up, and I was like, I like this. But I also felt too, because when I was like seeing it there, you can tell who's the bottom of the list of friends.
Mm-hmm.
So these group of women came in. There's like 5 of them, and there was a seat next to me that was like its only seat, and then 4 of them sat there, and then the other one had to sit behind, and they were just like, oh yeah, there's no more room over here. And I was like, girl, you know for a fact it shows you when you pick the seat.
Right.
Like there's no room.
Yeah.
So she had to sit there by herself in her pink dress. I felt so bad. They was up here giggling, having fun, and she up here just like, hey, can I get some snacks? And they would be like,
No.
Here, bitch. No. Shut up. We're watching the movie.
We done with these ones.
Gave her the side snacks.
No. I don't know. That is odd. I don't feel.
Have we ever had a situation where one of us was like, but I feel like we also are good with being in the sense of we could look at a situation and be like, this is a 3-man activity right here.
Yeah.
There's 4 of us. Somebody gonna get left out. And whoever's like not feeling it the most will just be like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So then you sit out.
Yeah. We don't put each other like, all right, come along. And it's like, you're going to be over there though. But come on. Come on.
Be in the corner.
Yeah. No, we don't do that. We've been very good about that. And I think friend groups like that, that's worse with girls. I think if dudes don't fuck with each other, like, you just don't hang out then.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really see scenarios where, like, somebody is tagging along. Because you just don't. That doesn't happen with us. But I think girls are kind of superficial about that. Like, they don't.
They're like, we got to keep her in.
Yeah. Like, sometimes their friends are not really friends.
Yeah. Or they just, it's like, for other half that are really in tune with their emotions and they are supposed to be very observant of the things, I realize they're actually it's either 2 things. They either know and just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Or they're actually oblivious because they're so caught up in how they're feeling. And I don't know which one's worse because I'm sitting there like, oh, they always talk about like how men were like, we'll be friends for 20 years. And they're like, well, you guys don't have that deep emotional connection, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that could be true in some extent, but we do also take into account when we do stuff like, oh, this might be kind of wildin'.
Yeah.
When I see it happen, I was just thinking like, oh, y'all having fun, but damn, like, y'all didn't think ahead of time, or at least let her know, because it really looked like she was just there by herself. Yeah. And I was like, my fault, fam. I almost wanted to give her some popcorn. Like, look, man, we can just hang out, watch a movie together, man.
I was watching, it was either on Twitter or something, but it was going off that of like, dudes, like, sometimes we don't know like a ton about each other. Like,
some of the stuff I think is worthless.
Like, so basically it was like, can you name your friends' birthdays? And like, this last year was the first year where I wrote everybody's birthday down.
Yeah, I did
like,
too.
In a calendar, so like I can actually remember it.
Yeah, I got it in my notes. My calendar.
It's all like in each person's contact. I have your guys'.
Oh, that's smart.
Birthday, but I was like, I mean, I kind of have like a general idea. Like I know like the month before then.
Right.
But like shit like that is like, that's not like the most. It is important, absolutely, but like, if y'all didn't tell me happy birthday right at 7 a.m. every single day, every year, or whatever, like, it doesn't hurt my feelings. It doesn't change our relationship to me. Because, like, niggas are busy.
Yeah, but I do like to be first. I don't like being the last.
No,
I felt bad for Mason, bro. I felt bad. I woke up too late. I seen everybody. I said, damn. Because when you're last, niggas is, granted, I don't think this way because I'm like you said, everybody's busy. But then I'd be like, when I do it, I'm like, fuck.
No, yeah.
He was like, bro, I just said
I definitely don't want to be last.
Right, because I seen everybody else say it.
Yes. Yeah. I try not to be last. But, like, especially with, like, I just wake up earlier. Like, I'm good about, usually I start my morning. Like, the first thing on my mind isn't, oh, it's Terran's birthday today.
Right.
But like,
I mean, it should, but.
No, yeah. And so we bought a calendar, too. Like,
okay.
Like a whiteboard with calendar and shit on it. So we started writing down everybody's birthday. So I'm like, I just look at that. So I know, like, birthday is coming up.
But I be forgetting my mama's birthday sometimes. Like, I have to quiz myself. I'm like, oh, this is her birthday, just so I remember it. I'm not keeping up with dudes' birthdays like that.
It took me until I was into my 20s to, like, know my dad's birthday.
Damn.
Know it.
Oh, like by heart?
Yeah.
Do you know your grandma's?
No.
I barely know mine. I ain't gonna lie, it snuck up on me this year.
I know my... Oh, wait. No, yeah, I do.
Mine was like, I thought... Because I knew the month,
yeah.
I kept thinking every week was her birthday week. So I'm up here like, nah. I would check Facebook like, oh no, I didn't say her birthday, and then I seen it one day and it was her birthday. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let me wish her a happy birthday.
No, I actually do, because my mom's mom is like a day or two before, I think. And then my dad's mom might be the day. They have the same birthday.
Oh, that keeps it easy.
So that's easy to remember. So that helps. But no, I'm bad at birthdays. I've always been bad at it.
I don't know what other events would we keep track of, like, for us.
I don't know.
Maybe the kids thing. I don't know. Ken will be telling us about his kid a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know what especially when they're like 2.
Yeah, man.
Nigga, what are you doing? Like, I'm not saying this kid's not doing shit, but it's like he ain't in school. Like,
Not who cares, but who cares. Like,
yeah, like he's just now started. He already can walk. I think we already missed all the first
The
for
big things,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm like, all right, well,
yeah. I had told
hit me up when he start playing t-ball.
I told my girl, I was like, and I think this is a hard disagree, but I was like, if our kid turns 1, like, the party is not for the kid. I'll invite y'all over and we're drinking and we're hanging out. Here's this little smash cake.
Yeah, it's never for the kid. He's not. They don't even have memories till they're 3. So
No.
all these parties before.
That's all. We will not be having like a big party like that. In the sense of like a big kid party, everybody invite a bunch of kids.
Yeah, we can celebrate you all for not killing the baby in the first year. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
This
Like,
is
hey,
for
congrats.
us. Yeah, we made it.
Y'all made it a year.
We got the probation period.
So-
Like, this is ours now. We good.
It was a trial. We didn't
Yeah.
know. We was trying to take it back. But
Yeah. No, but let's move on. So you have been on a journey.
yeah, I've been sober for how long?
We'll clap
Thank
it up,
you.
maybe. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a hard thing. We'll clap
It's
it
not
up.
as hard as you think. You just gotta don't do it. You feel me? It's really easy.
Just stop.
Cause I'm 104 days. My sober streak 104
Woo!
days. Yay!
By this point, it'd be like 120. When this comes out?
Yeah, that sound good.
110, something like that.
But in that journey, and the thing is, where this comes from is people think like, oh, they're sober. Here's the thing too. I tell people I'm sober.
Comes with a bad
I'm
stigma.
a fucking nah. They come with I'm an X-Men.
Oh no, I'm talking. Let me rephrase that.
They think I'm fucking. They think I'm Professor X.
Okay.
They're like, oh my
Alright.
God, the mental
Yeah.
capacity this
Yeah.
man has, the fortitude, and they're like,
Yeah.
because like especially when I'm around everybody, and they're like, oh, you want to drink? Oh no, I'm fine. And at first, usually when people say that, they're like, oh, come on, I'm like, oh no, I don't drink, I'm sober. Well, no.
Yeah.
And first reaction is they're like, oh, this nigga used to be a crackhead.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The stigma of like when you say you're sober, niggas think you came from the depths, from the bottom. Like you are doing the worst of the worst shit.
They're like, oh, you were rock bottom. Like you was out in the corner trying to
Yeah.
get $5 any way
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
I'm like, so sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm sober, but I ain't never had like an issue. Like I just decided it was more of a life change. It is like more of a life change for
Yeah.
like, it's supposed to be a representation of a different path that I'm taking in life.
Right.
So that's why I was doing it, just because of like really like going into practicing Buddhism and stuff.
Mm.
So, but I always got to lead up with that because they be looking at me like, is this nigga sucking dick? For some crack, like what's going on? Did he get evicted? Because you never hear somebody be like, oh, I'm sober, and have not hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, because if they are, then they either just never do. Like you have like Icy, who just never drink and smoke,
Right.
and they're like, oh, well, I'm this, and then or you have the extreme, but you don't ever have the middle where some days like, I would occasionally drink and occasionally smoke, but you know what? I'm good now.
Yeah.
But so I always follow up with that. Yeah, and they always look at me like, bro, how can you do it? How are you so capable? I'm like, brother, it's not hard. It's not hard for me, just because I won't say it's not hard because I wasn't addicted. So when those who like get the shakes and stuff,
Yeah.
I've never had that. So
Yeah.
like, they'll be like, does your body feel different? I'm like, honestly, no, because I literally drank like now that's
third day, every weekend.
barely even every weekend. Like, because
Yeah.
if I wasn't going out, I didn't drink. And
Right.
now that we stopped really going out, I only drank like once or twice a month.
Yeah.
So, and it's no longer like getting drunk and obliterated.
Yeah.
So I might wake up the next day just because the nigga's body's getting a little old. But
Right.
my head kind of hurt.
Yeah.
But it was never like, oh, I'm waking up hungover.
Yeah.
And then smoking's just smoking weed. Like, that shit happens.
Yeah.
But I was looking over a Reddit post, and this is just something I'm gonna put up. I'll put up on the YouTube too, like the thing. But this says, "Life isn't better sober," and he says, "My unpopular opinion," and I agree with him in some extent because I'm gonna go off this. But my unpopular opinion is getting sober does not make everyone's life better. This year, after 7 years of not being sober, I started when I was 16. I'm 23 now. I quit drinking, smoking, cigarettes, vaping, and smoking weed. I can't pinpoint a single thing about my life that's better from cutting out these things. I'm constantly bored. People are annoying. Music and art don't hit as hard. Everything is just kind of meh. I'm not happy by any means, but I'm not as happy as I was before. I'm not unhappy by any means, but I'm not as happy as I was before. I cut these things out because I realized I was high / drunk / tipsy more often than not, and that doesn't seem like a good thing. But now it's funny because like he's like, I'm like, oh, maybe you're gonna, while you're writing this, you're gonna like realize what the issue is, but he never grasps it. And he's like, but now that I'm sober, I can't really figure out why it was a bad thing. My dad was an alcoholic and was a terrible parent, which was another reason I wanted to be sober. I don't want to become him, but I don't want kids. I'm not an angry drunk, so it's not really the same. Before people say it, I do struggle with depression from time to time, but I don't think that's an issue here. I'm not sad. I don't want to die, and antidepressants haven't helped. I just feel meh. Drinking and getting high was a lot more fun. Plus, I think they actually motivated me to do healthier things. They made food better, so I ate more. I would go on walks a few times a week because getting high and walking is super fun. I socialize with people more because people are more fun and entertaining and easy to talk to after a few glasses of wine. I have been waiting for the clarity of sobriety to wash over me and improve my life, but I think I might be someone who's better off lost in the sauce. And I was like, somebody said, it's not that being sober sucks, it's that your life sucks in general. And you can't wait to realize it now, mate. And that's where I would say, and I agree. I agree with the unpopular opinion sobriety, like, bro, it won't make your life better. Because I have to look up the term, but they say the same thing for like people who like actually like are addicted to alcohol and then stop, and you stop drinking, but you don't stop the other habits that would cause you to feel this way. It's like, nigga, right? You talking about some it's easier to talk to people, blah blah. You have social anxiety. You know what I'm saying? You need to, there's some things that you, if you, don't get me wrong, I definitely felt like at a point, especially with weed, like I'd listen to music, eat some food, I'm like, oh, this kind of hits. Like this hit way better. For sure. But I've never been like, oh, I can't enjoy this.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I think there is a line that people can cross where it's like, oh, this is a problem and then you're dependent on it, and like you said, it makes everything good versus everything is not good. But I don't have like an addictive personality. I think the addictive things that you could say I do, like, okay, I have a couple drinks during the week. I do like to gamble on sports. But I think for me, like, an addiction only becomes an addiction when it is detrimental to your life.
Is it?
For me, when it becomes a problem.
Okay, so we're just moving that.
What's the difference between detrimental and problem?
What do you mean? Like,
when it becomes like a hindrance to like normal.
If you like addicted to coffee, I think it's more of a, like if you're addicted to alcohol, it's really gonna show. Right. But like if you're addicted to like coffee or something where it's like, oh, it's not bad for you, but I mean, I guess I don't think. Now I think about it though, I've never heard. Every time I've heard somebody is addicted to something, it has definitely like messed their life up in some way. Yeah. Regardless of what it is.
Yeah. Like it's taking away from other things that you should be doing, or like it's fucking your body up or shit like that. So for me, like, I love to bet on sports. I cannot wait. Like
you just wake out of bed.
like
Can't wait for this 4-leg parlay today. Feels good today.
like I am having fun betting on baseball right now. What do y'all think is gonna happen when it's legal here and I can bet on football and basketball any night? But
Faith, take his card from him.
At the same time, though, like I understand, like there are limits. Like I'm not gonna cross. Like I haven't deposited money into the account in 8 months.
Oh, so you're just winning off that?
Yeah, like I just recycle the same amount of money, and I'm not betting like $200 parlay, like shit like that. Like I'm still like, I get my rocks off, but it's like here's a little $10 parlay.
Where's the fun? Where's the let's bet rent?
No, no.
And then when you lose it, you're like, nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna bet this 8-legger. That's for sure gonna hit. I'm gonna make the rent back.
Yeah,
and more.
Yeah, no, I think I do a lot of these things, but then like, if I wanted to, I could stop at any time. If I wanted to, and I think that's where people like. When you
I feel like everyone says if I wanted to, and then you'd be like, stop. I don't want to.
No, yeah, I don't want to though. And it's not, and for me, like I can take a step back and realize this is not detrimental to my life right now. Nothing has changed. Like I can put this parlay in 5 minutes and then go on about my day.
Because it is a hobby. Like if you were to say, I don't know, go fucking spend that money on vinyl shopping.
Yeah, or like reading, like.
At least you can win some money with that. I go buy a vinyl, that motherfucker sit right there. Yeah. I listen to it. No money's being made.
Yeah. So I think some addictions or bad hobbies, like as long as it brings you happiness and it's not detrimental to other aspects of your life or like you being social, like because I do think some things where it's like it's keeping you in the house and you like. I understand people have social anxiety and
that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. But I do think sometimes you need to force yourself to get out and talk to people or just be around people because it is not good for your mentals to only be in the house all day.
Mm-hmm. And then, but I've looked it up too. Dry drunk syndrome. Because it's an addiction or an alcoholic with no drug. I said addiction. It's an addict or an alcoholic with no drugs or alcohol and also no solution. Recovery from addiction isn't just the absence of substances, but rather a way of life. And that's what people don't realize. And that's why it's overrated. Because, in a sense, because if you want to sit here like.
It's not just not drinking or not smoking.
I have mother issues or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was like, I was abused as a child. So that's why I'm going to stop drinking because my dad used to beat me when I was drunk or when he was drunk. Yeah. That's why I don't drink. And then you never like go to therapy to like kind of work out that other part. It's like, bro, there's a point of you. The bigger issue of why you was drinking was because of this.
Yeah.
You didn't solve it. So now your life still stinks.
And you're sober and still fucked up about it.
Yeah. And you're like, that's when you get my life stinks, bro. Yeah. And I think that's what people think is there's supposed to be some like clarity. And it's really just like you just wake up one day and you're just kind of like, oh, I'm cool. Like, I am where I am. I don't think I would ever... Sometimes I contemplate, like, if I ever feel like I'm at the point where I could, like, drink or smoke again, would I do it? But then I'm like, probably not, just because I have to, like, really stay on it.
Right. Yeah. But I do think, like, it's like you said, I mean, alcohol and drugs or whatever, like, a lot of that is just... It multiplies whatever a lot of the... underlying issues that you actually have.
Yeah, it's just a coping mechanism.
And you mask it with that and say that that's the problem. And it's like you said, whenever you cut that shit out and you get to the root of the problem, you kind of just associate, even if you get past the problem, you have now associated any drinks or anything like that with that problem, but it's not necessarily the case. But like you said, it's could bring you back to that spot. So I get it, but I'm going to keep drinking. So.
And betting.
And betting, yeah. For sure.
I might start betting again. I don't know, bro. It was bad for my health. I just couldn't watch a game and relax.
No, I mean, it's definitely a problem. And, like, it's also, like, we're around the time, so we'll stop here in a minute. But it has ruined a lot of, like, fantasy sports for me. Like, fantasy football. like for me, like, so, okay, we're going to play a 16-week season. I'm fighting for my life every week, pissed off that I won, pissed off that I lost, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Struggling to get through the playoffs. And let's say I do win, and I won, I don't know, fucking $200. Bro, I can bet on RJ Barrett, Porzingis, and fucking Chris Middleton to both all score 25 and get $500.
But they never do,
night.
though. They always
don't,
somebody puts up 24.
No,
some
yeah,
bullshit.
for sure. But I don't know.
Ben Simmons, who averages 10 rebounds, want to get 4 and want my game, and just let niggas take the ball from him. But it's whatever.
Yeah. But whatever. That's besides the point. But what you got?
If you do want to be sober, but get the other issues. It
Absolutely.
don't stink. You just stink.
Yeah. Yeah. You have other problems besides alcohol and drugs.
That's not the worst thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, subscribe to YouTube. Go watch the Barbie movie. Pray Before Sex, Isaiah 40:31. I think something about some. I think that's the Wings Like Eagles. I don't know.
All right.
I knew if Devon was here, I'd tell Devon to do it, but he don't know. He ain't here yet.
Yeah. Be sure to follow the Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Be a friend, tell a friend. I think that's all he's got. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Seriously unserious with T. Meek, D. Board, D. Jones, standing on whatever we feet on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, it's topics to speak on. Seriously unserious with T. Meek, D. Board, D. Jones, standing on whatever we feet on. We just getting started to feast on. The table is set, the mics is checked, it's topics to speak on.